everybody? Welcome back. As you can see, this is the last leg of the season. I'm breaking it up in 10, 7-minute increments so you guys don't fall asleep on me. I mean, it's a long schedule, so I thought it'd be best to break it up. And where I left off last video, we left off at the All-Star break, and I said it's like, since it's the midway point of the season, I said, well, let me start up a new video. So the Cubs come back from the break. Depends on how many of our guys. What I've been noticing in baseball is a lot of guys saying they're not going to play in the All-Star break or the home run derbies because it really takes a toll on them. Physically, they'd rather have the days off. In some ways, it's fair. In some ways, it's not fair for the fans. My opinion is that, I mean, if I'm in the heat of a pennant race and I need you to come back, I need you to be fresh, and you take the days off, man. I mean, I don't want, that's an exhibition game. I know it matters now again because for a while there it didn't matter. Then it did matter, and now I don't know if it doesn't matter. Well, hopefully it doesn't matter anymore because winning, whoever won that game affected the playoffs. Who's hosting what, and I didn't like that. So Cubs coming back right off the bat. As you remember last year, we were down in the standings. We were not in first place after the All-Star break, and that's when the Cubs came back and they pounced all over Milwaukee and kicked some total butt, and they got back in that race and they never relinquished the lead. But the thing here is that could happen if we're on top. That could happen to us because I don't know if you remember the year before that we were on top. Then the Cubs went through a slump right after the All-Star break. So you just never know. You just never know in baseball. So coming back the 19th, 20th, and 21st, 2 to 22nd, which is Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So it's a weekend set. It'll be against St. Louis. And to continue on through that week, which is the fourth week and almost the final week of July, we have Arizona. So we have them Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. And those first 2 games of the week will be night games. The last 2 will be afternoon games. I love day baseball, so hopefully I'll be at one night and one day. So then at the end of this month again, we face our arch rivals, the St. Louis Cardinals, and that'll be away on the 27th, 28th, and 29th, and that's a 3-game set in St. Louis. And then we have a day off, and the last day of the month, which starts on a Tuesday, we face the Pirates. But back to this, as you can see, we're going to be playing some crucial games depending on where we're at in the standings. We're going to play 4 against the Cardinals. No, actually 7 against the Cardinals, and those could be a big deal to us. So as I said, we start the month, we end the month with the Pirates, and then we start the month with the Pirates, and it's a 2-game set. So we're away in Pittsburgh for 2 games, and that finishes on a Wednesday. Then we come home for the weekend. I'm surprised. For a Wednesday game, it's a 6:05 game, and then we come back home for there you go. It's a 7 o'clock start. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday against the San Diego Padres. So that'll be a weekend set from the August 2nd to the 5th. So here we go. The week of the 6th, which is 6th, 7th, and 8th, is against the Kansas City Royals. If you guys know me, then my birthday's on the 8th. And I always want to see like a prime game, but the Kansas City Royals don't excite me. I'd want to go to a Cub game where we're facing some big dogs like the St. Louis Cardinals or the Pirates. For me, that's what I want to see on my birthday. But it seems like this year, August 8th, the Cubs will be facing Kansas City, and as you know, if I go to that game, I'll take off Wednesday, Thursday. I'll just make a whole week of it. And Thursday they have off, and for that weekend set, you'll have the Washington Nationals in town for the first time since we kicked their butt in the playoffs, and Bryce Hypester. I'm gonna start calling him Bryce Hypester because there's a lot of hype with that guy. Bryce Harper will now, on these these video casts or YouTube videos, will be called Bryce Hypester because we're getting a lot of hype, and a lot of it comes from the Chicago media, and some of it's getting generated from Chris Bryant and Bryce Harper. So I don't know. I'm going to be really watching how Bryce Harper plays this year, because if he's talking or thinking about coming to the Cubs, he better show me the goods. And this is the year I will probably watch more Washington National games than I ever have. I'll definitely be watching this series. I want to see the love fest. I want to see where we're at, because now we're in August. This is like we're moving towards the end here, folks. So here we got Tuesday, Wednesday at home against the Brewers, and for that weekend set, we go out of town again, and we go to Pittsburgh because we go visit them again, and that'll be Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So that right there is a 4-game set. So after them, we get a day off, and then the Cubs go down. They go to Detroit. That'd be Tuesday and Wednesday, August 21st and 22nd. Then we go back home, and we have a 4-game set against Cincinnati and a 3-game set against the New York Mets, bringing us to August 29th. And we have the August 30th off, and at the last day of the month, we play the Philadelphia Phillies. So this month in itself could be pretty interesting, depending on whether we're behind or we're ahead. If the Pirates don't have anything going for them this year, then it looks like it'd be a good month for us, depending on what the Brewers are doing as well. So this month, divisional rivalries that we'll be facing will be the Pirates, the Brewers, the Reds. And, if those teams ain't doing as good as they have in the past, then we should have a good month that month. So now we move into September. As I said, we finished up August with the Phillies, and we pick up with them starting September 1st. Again, that'd be a Saturday and Sunday, the games would be Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and that's against the Phils. So here we go, September 3rd, 4th, and 5th against the Brewers. Again, that's an interdivisional game. That's away in Milwaukee. And then from there, the Cubs fly to Washington, play the Nationals for a 4-game set, which starts on a Thursday, ends on a Sunday, which would be the 9th. So from Washington, when we head back home, and guess who we face again? We face the Brewers, and that'll be Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. And then again, a day off, weekend hits. We got Cincinnati for Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Then the Cubs it's September 17th. Now we fly out to Arizona 17th, 18th, 19th. The Arizona games are always fun. Those are other games that they're fun to do, like a vacation, like flying out to Arizona is nice, because it's beautiful out there. And Arizona games are always best in April and May. September you already had your summer. September's still pretty decent. So I always like Arizona games in the spring, because it's still cold out here and it's like going to a nice climate. Well, that's why you got spring training as well. So look at what happens next. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, we have a 3-game set against the Chicago White Sox. So it's pretty spread out. We basically don't even see the Sox the whole summer, but then we see them toward. It's like bookended. It's the first part of the season, then the second half of the season we see them for 3 games. So that's always good. That rivalry is fun. I never get tired of seeing the Cubs beat up on them. Okay, I hope that doesn't change anytime soon. So here we got Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, September 24th to the 27th. We have the Pirates. So again, depending on what the Pirates are doing, it could be good or it could be bad for us. And then we finish out September 28th, 29th against the St. Louis Cardinals. And these are home games. So from the 24th to the 29th, we finish out the month at home, and we have Pirates and St. Louis. So here in October, well, there's nothing scheduled in October. I guess they're finishing the season right on the money, man. Well, according to the schedule, there's nothing in October. So this schedule is pretty interesting. All we got to really do is handle our teams. We don't really. It doesn't even look like we're really, dealing with the West Coast. We got a couple West Coast trips there, but for the most part, we got a lot of home games, it seems, and that that looks like a very good schedule for the Cubs. I've been looking at the start times and the end times and the the days off. It looks like this team has got a pretty good schedule for 2018. Just based on the schedule and based on how these teams are lining up, I'd be pretty excited about these 2018 Cubs. So, like I said, if we can, have a good team that's consistent, we will definitely be there towards the end. If you go to the, I think I'm adding the links on all my my YouTube videos. You can download a schedule, and this one's cool because it'll tell you you could either put a little W or a little 11 next to the games, and then you'll know if they won, if they didn't win. So download your schedule, keep it close to you. And I wonder if the Cubs are going to issue the little, pocket schedules. Those were the ones I've always loved. For some reason, some of these teams stopped making those, and to me, that's baseball, man. That's like something that is tangible. You grew up, you go to a game, you get a stack of them this big, and you'd have them, you'd lose them, you'd have one in the car, you'd have one at home, you'd have one in a box somewhere. I mean, there's just certain things that are so much fun, and believe it or not, something as simple as you go to a bar and they give you the schedules. I mean, that to me was always so cool. I always loved that about that, that part of baseball, So I hope you guys, if you guys have any opinions, I'm going to probably do some outings. So stay tuned to my YouTube channel, Good chances that I'll promote an outing, or I'll give away some tickets, and we'll see each other at a game, drink a beer, have a good time, have a couple laughs and chuckles. So leave me the comments below. Subscribe to the channel if you like my content, and let me know what you think. So Elite Cub Guy checking out. Thanks for checking you out. Bye.